Indonesia is an Asian country with over 17,000 islands, only half of which are inhabited. Naturally, it's best explored by water. While it's the fourth most populous country, it's only 14th in size, and most of the inhabitants live in Java Island. It's a Muslim majority country, but it's really a peaceful melting pot of many different religions and over 100 languages. During our trip, we visited the islands of Bali, Flores, Komodo, and many others. Our trip began in the early mornings of July 4th after a full day of work. We went straight to the airport and boarded a 16-hour flight from Houston to Taipei. We tried our best to sleep on the plane, but we ended up watching a lot of movies. We stopped in Taiwan and had a 5-hour layover before taking a 5-hour flight to Denpasar, Bali.
Our first stop was Sonora Beach. We got a welcome drink and our room had our own pool.
We went straight to happy hour on the beach, but then we went to dinner.
We had a lot of jet lag, so it was hard to make it through dinner.
Bali is a very spiritual place, and every morning begins with an offering for good luck.
After that, we got our hair done. Me and Mommy got 2, Sona got 1, Chichi got 3. After that, we went to breakfast and we talked about how good my club sandwich was the whole trip.
That was a really good club sandwich. We were jonesing for club sandwiches pretty much everywhere we went.
After the breakfast, we went for a swim in the pool. Surprisingly, the water was freezing. After the pool, we went for tea time, and I got cotton candy. We walked along the beach, and we saw a swing, and we took so many photos. Melanie took too many photos. After that, we went for dinner at Lilipantahi. It was actually fun because we all stayed awake.
That was a lot of fun.
Yesterday, early in the morning, we went to yoga, and it was so boring. After that, we had a photographer take a photo of us on a grassy roof. My favorite breakfast was the floating breakfast. I loved it because there was croissants, and we had dragon fruit too.
This is a tradition in Bali, and it was a lot of fun to have food in the water as a family and wear cute costumes.
The water was freezing.
Next, we went to the airport, and we were ready to board a flight to Lubon Bajo.
The flight there only felt like 10 minutes because the iPad kept us busy. The hotel was really nice, and luckily for us, we got there right on time for sunset pictures. The kids were too tired to go to dinner, so the adults went while the kids watched animal shows in bed. They even had an in-the-water pool bar. This was also where we started our obsessed with spades habit. Also, the buffet there introduced us to one of our new top favorite fruits, snake fruit. This is where we say goodbye to Labuan and say hello to the boat trip. Our tour guide, Raya's new second favorite guide behind Joshua, of course, named Faldus, picked us up at noon. First, we had a scrumptious banana appetizer drink while we sailed to an island. The rooms were cozy but hot and had a wonderful view. At the island, we did a rocky hike with an amazing picture-taking spot at the end. We stopped at the beach and then watched bats come out at sunset. The next day, we woke up at 4:30 to do a long hike. It was so dark and the group did not stick together, but at the end, we ended up seeing a beautiful sunrise. And we got to take more pictures. We did more snorkeling, hoping to find manta rays, but we didn't see any. To end the day, we went to Komodo Island. The size of them really surprised me. Thank God the chef was amazing. Now we were visiting a local village that lets kids ride motorcycles. There were kids everywhere, and some even climbed the solar panels. We bought chocolate and handed them out. Sadly, some got nothing and others got 4. This is our last snorkel on the last boat day. This was my favorite snorkel trip. On the flight from Labuan Bajo to Ubud, Linny got her revenge on Sona all those years later, 9 to be exact. It was 11 at night and we had a 2-hour drive to get to our villa. Cherry on top, it was Uppa relaxing in shotgun and the 4 girls smushed into the back row. But finally, we arrived. Our villa was right on the rice fields, located in a very far, very distant, and very elevated spot from the main area. After some much-needed sleep, we woke up bright and early the next day, ready to get our shop on. The markets were amazing, sellers constantly watching us and asking if we were Indian. We all splurged a little bit. Sona and I got 4 souvenirs, Mommy and Uppa got a lot more, and Raya got 2 measly things. Then we popped into the palace to get our chakras in check. Standing on biz, if you know what I mean. We got some bussalicious food at this amazing restaurant, and Uppa finally got that May goreng he had been craving. The awesome kids put on a pool show for the adults, and Uppa went exploring a little bit around the villa because the poor guy doesn't get out much. To end the night, the awesome kids were taken to Locavore for their first fine dining experience. Every drink and every course was fermented and gave the big man tummy troubles for days. It was really cool though, especially the mushroom room. I wish I could say we all started off strong, but Raya struggled on the first course and decided to leave it at that. The next day, we woke up bright and early again to go to the famous Bali swing. Uppa got a poop drink made by the luwak, and the awesome kids took turns going on their swings. Then we all sampled teas and coffees with different herbs. So beautiful. Landscape-wise, Ubud is the opposite of Sinor. Instead of the beaches, we were surrounded by lush forests and lots of waterfalls. After that, we tried to go to the monkey forest, but were pinched on moolah, so we decided to skip it. Our last dinner, what was I call, from fine dining to barely trying. Then we went to the fire dance, which was fun. then ice cream. We said bye to our driver and headed off to Taipei.
Then we began our journey back home with a 23-hour layover in Taiwan. Taiwan is the size of Netherlands, but is home to almost 24 million people. We started by enjoying our hotel, playing ping pong, the play area. Then we went into Taiwan and enjoyed some delicious food, including bubble tea. We went on a 4-hour city tour where we enjoyed music, street food, walked on a very ancient bridge, and visited a Buddhist temple. Near the end, some of us started to get very antsy and were ready to head home. Bye, Taiwan.